This is my early batch of collecting the Eagle Prismacolor pencils. Uh, from this box right here, it says that there are 52 colors and 8 grays, so a total of 60. And so I've been able to buy 12 from what looked like open stock. Then this box of lemon yellow, which is complete. It's all 12. Then also this box, which came with this pencil already used, and 10 more. So I think that's 11. And then the starter 12 pencils, which you can also buy today from the current company. So what I can tell from looking at these pencils, this is the story that I'm making up from looking at them, is Barol, I think it's pronounced Barol. Barol bought Eagle, I believe, in 1969, and then proceeded to rebrand the pencils slightly and then more so. So I know that there is a version of this pencil that doesn't have the Eagle logo. The Eagle logo is replaced by Barol. Unfortunately, they used their ugly, more quote unquote modern font for the branding and took out the super cool looking Eagle. And so I don't plan to collect those pencils. I only plan to collect these. I'm not sure I'm going to go for the full 60. Maybe I'm done. I don't know. But either way, in the batch of 12 open stock, I sacrificed one that I have been using. I've already shown it in a previous video. And then the batch of 11 already had this one cracked. This particular pencil, the lead is very soft and breaks often. It's broken twice in the time that I've been using it. So these may have broken cores. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep them like that as collector's items. So I don't really care. And then in this one, this is why it's important when you want to understand a collectible to have a bigger sample than a couple. In this particular case, and I have more. I think canary yellow and orange on the way, but I'm not going to make videos about them. I'm going to wait till I have a few more, maybe of the grays and other colors. So if I had made a video only based on this particular pencil, I would have said that the old Eagle Prismacolors were a harder lead than the current Eagle Prismacolors, but that is not the case based on increasing the sample only by 2. And actually, this pencil has a softer lead than the current apple green, and this pencil has a harder lead than the current canary yellow, and I don't even know why. So yeah, so of course you can see in the packaging. Okay, so let me show for anybody who's interested in collecting these. This is what the back looks like for the 12. Clearly, it doesn't have Barol. It's just Eagle. So this specific product has to be from before 1969, and so is this box. Okay, so if we look at the box all over, all sides, it's got made with 52 colors, 8 match grays. Then it's got an advertisement for their regular lead pencils, 17 degrees end to end. So I'm sure it's like 10H to 8B or something. And then it's got patents on this side. And then I think it's really important to record the specific look of the font for this right here. This is what they look like when they're Eagle. Okay, so that's the font I was using, Apple Green 912. And then here it just says a dozen. Yeah, it's just a dozen. So that's that box. But then I think what happened is Barol, but the company still had a very large stock of the old brand that were being put in these boxes, changed the box, started selling them with the old branding, then changed the branding, and then because you're gonna get this exact same box. I've seen it on eBay where it's this exact box, Barol Eagle art pencils, but then when you crack them open, they say Barol, and they took out the gorgeous logo, which is a crime against humanity. Yeah, that's really sad that somebody did that. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, now it's got the branding of Barol. It's missing the this side, but it does have the number. There's the number 915, And so that is different branding. Okay, so I think finally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this one so we can show all of them. Well, let me first open, yeah, so I've already shown this one. So you guys have already seen this one. And I'm gonna open this one so you can see that these are lemon yellows. Yeah, these are all lemon yellows, 915s. Okay, put them back in. But obviously not the best way to put them in like that. Not an expert at in these matters of loading. There we go, perfect. Okay, and then I've already shown these. I've got these. Another thing also that I mentioned in the previous video is that the wood is very light. They're very light and they make a nice sound. They do make a nice sound. Let's crack these open so we can show. So now I think in total, because Kenner Yellow and Apple Green were not included in these 12, I have a total of 14, because yeah, Kenner Yellow and Apple Green. And of course, once I get the orange, I think it's going to be just the same as this particular orange, and it's crimson red. So the ones that I bought that are extra, that are not shown here, are duplicative. So let me zoom in on these beauties. Yeah, so this is 938 white, then 935 black. Let's go the darker ones. Purple 931, 901 indigo blue, which I don't use enough of. So over time, I think I'm going to have like 100 of this indigo blues pencil if I keep buying sets. Then for then crimson red. Crimson red gets a lot of use. I mean, you can find lots in open stock for this this specific brand of Prismacolor. Dark brown 946, then vermilion red 921, true blue 903. Of course, as I mentioned, orange 918, which is a little slightly bent, ever so slightly. Then true green 910, and grass green 909, and then lemon yellow 915. Now, another thing about these specific pencils is that they come with a stamping for quality control. So you can see it right here, 03750. It says right there. Maybe let me see which one you can clearly see it. Yeah, they're all 03750. 03750. And it says, and of course, I think in the apple green ones, I found a couple that are really, the stamping is very strong and can be easily read. Here we go. This is an example of one where you can easily read the stamping. See, there we go. So made in USA, trademark, quoted, chemi-sealed, flexible lead, US patent number, and then the control number 27607 for that particular batch of apple green. In the case of the yellows, they're a little harder to read. Let me see, but I can read this one too. You may not see it in the video. This one's got a control number of 80085. I mean, they're all different. They're just a specific batch, but yeah, it says it made in USA, flexible lead, quality control number. Oh, these don't say chemi-sealed. Interesting. So we know for a fact that these are Eagles, not Eagle Paroles, and they say chemi-sealed. And we know these also say chemi-sealed. So it may have been that even the stamping machine was changed by Barol at some point. Yeah, because these have different banding. They do not say chemi-sealed. Interesting difference. Okay, so we are done with these 12. And now let's get to the grand finale of this video. And I'll show the colors, two of the colors compared to modern Prismacolor. And hopefully that apple green will not break lead again for the Eagle one. Okay, so let's do it first. All right, so this is Eagle. Okay, I'm gonna do Eagle here. I'm gonna do green here, and I'm gonna do yellow there. And then I'm gonna do 2024 Prisma. I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it here. All right, let's get going. So zoom in a little more. Yeah, all right. You're not feeling it, but it's very soft. I mean, it's really powdery. And I've used this pencil a little more when I got it, just to get a feel for it. So this is the Eagle Prismacolor, and it is an Eagle Prismacolor. It's not from the Barreau ones that are they still have the logo, but were actually technically when Barreau owned the company. Then let's look at a modern one, see if we can tell any differences, any difference in the color. Yeah, I can tell a difference right off the bat. And yes, to be sure, this is apple green. I'm verifying 912. And this is apple green 912. Okay? Yeah, just verifying that. So it is a different color for sure. The Eagle apple green is yellowish in tone, whereas this apple green, this modern apple green, of course, this pencil, I'm gonna guess, is gonna be like a 1965, and this pencil is probably I mean, I've got these from older sets, so I'm gonna say like 2015. So it's about 50 years difference between these two pencils. Yeah. Now, how do they blend? I'm curious to try to blend these two. Not enough of a sample to fully experiment. All right, let's do the yellow from Eagle, which I know is a harder lead. We're not gonna get any breakage. I haven't seen a breakage from this pencil, and I've been using it from brand new. Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, I don't know why this one is so powdery. But if I do a little more, I mean, yeah, there it is. Okay, so now this is modern canary yellow. And I can tell a slight difference already between these two yellows. I don't know if you can through the camera. Yeah, these are two different yellows for sure. Let's actually zoom in even more. Okay, so there you have it. So this is Eagle, and this is Current. And I definitely see this yellow is a little brighter. Yeah, it's a little brighter than this yellow. I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe this one's a little more orangey, maybe. And then when you look at the greens, of course I labeled it, but I'm gonna call it Eagle right here. And this is Current. Now these are a lot easier to tell apart. Those are two different colors. And so yes, the colors have shifted over time for these two. And as I increase my sample, I'll be doing more of these tests if I can. but I'm not yet ready to sacrifice any of my other ones to science. So there you have it. That is the Eagle Prismacolor pencil from what I think would have to be the 1960s. I mean, just the way you buy these things in eBay. I doubt these pencils were made in the 50s, even though they could have been. But yeah, let's just roll them through for a grand finale of all of them.